Behind me, that's what it is. Back up. The blue man at the
Yo, statue.
Big shot is there! Big shot is there!
I'm gonna throw up. I'm lightheaded.
Kenny coming through with what might be the play of the game. What? Holding a different angle! You just witnessed one of the best hardpoint maps in Call of Duty competitive history. Let's go!
Like, you have your fucking leak.
Yeah, I heard about that. So, yeah, so let's just go right into that. This was from you. Oh no, it's because I'm in my personal. Back to random Nades. So yeah, so you sent a message to me today about how Call of Duty is doing an invitational with streamers.
Yep.
They did this in the beginning with their 2v2 gunfight tournament.
It wasn't. No, that was a Code Red thing. That wasn't COD.
Oh, okay.
This is Call of Duty, actually.
So this is an official Call of Duty tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Activision has just announced that Call of Duty Modern Warfare will have a streamer invitational featuring 20 streamers competing for
$250
or $250,000, so $250,000.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah. So I read some of the comments quickly. There's a lot of people saying that a lot of European streamers were invited.
Kind of makes sense if it's going to be. They can't have an online. Like, I don't know if it's going to be on LAN or online, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be online. It'd be tough to host a. It'd be tough to host a tournament for money across regions like that.
I mean, if you're gonna book it this much in advance. Oh wait, the event is tomorrow?
Yep.
Jesus Christ, that's a little bit late notice. Like
I'm assuming the teams probably had an idea it was happening before. But
okay.
Who knows? I have no idea.
Yeah, because like even if the news came out like a week ago, then that could have gave some European people a chance to like book a flight and come over here.
Yeah.
I imagine the top 20 streamers have enough money to book a flight there.
It's not necessarily top 20. It was just invites.
Yeah, but if a lot of the European streamers were invited, I think that's just kind of weird.
I don't think there's like any European guys that just stream COD. Most of the European people that are playing COD are competing. I don't know if there's a lot of just straight up content COD European creator peoples.
Yeah, at least that we're not aware of.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure there is some.
But you are right. A lot of the top streamers, like we check Twitch all the time after the stream. It's usually pro players at the top, and then just consistent streamers after them. I don't see a lot of like references to EU or anything like that.
Nope.
It's usually like they'll either put like EU or like FR for France.
Yeah, but
in their title.
We're also not in their time zone, so they're probably not going to be streaming the times we're awake.
That is true.
Or there'll be a slight overlap in something.
That is true.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I'm sure all of our favorite streamers are going to be there.
I don't know about all of them. There's teams announced already. It's not on this, but like I was scrolling through my Twitter and I know Hitch is on one. And he put out a tweet who's teaming with Hitch.
Do you know what the teams were? Like,
no, there's 3 confirmed teams. Krim is on one. He blasted out his, I think. Krim blasted out his. Hitch is on one, and Vivid is on one.
Okay.
So
these are teams of 5?
Yeah, 4 teams of 5.
Okay.
But I noticed there's a few COD pros that are kind of bitching that they're not invited.
Yeah. Well, they probably only invited the most, like, the streamers with the highest influence.
Yeah, there's some that aren't very, like, there's some people I had no fucking clue who they were.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, huh, who's that person?
Yeah.
But there's some COD pros on the teams, like Krim's teaming with Aches and Clay.
Oh, yeah.
On the same team. I'm like,
that's a pro team right there.
Like, that's fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Just those 3.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely try to tune into that tomorrow.
But yeah, there's I know I saw tweets of Tommy. Tommy tweeted out that he was like, hopefully one day we can get to a place where like people who are in this COD space can get invited or whatever, because he is bitching. You know, he's crying that he didn't get a fucking invite, which is whatever. And Octane said the same thing. He's like, you know, there's a $250,000 tournament and like no COD pros are invited. There are some, but like a lot of the COD pros weren't invited. He was crying about that, but that fucking pisses me off, dude. The fact that the pros are fucking crying. Like, dude, you paid a $50,000 a year minimum salary.
Yeah.
To be signed to compete. These streamers aren't. And like
the streamers aren't, but if pro players are playing in this event, then yeah, technically you have pro players who are already getting paid a minimum salary also have an opportunity to win an additional $250,000. Divide that by 5 people. I don't know what that is. That's probably
50 a person.
50 a person. That's a year's salary if you win that.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, you have to put in the content creation work. So the people that are fucking bitching aren't creating COD content and haven't been. Tommy is an exception. He has been, but he's relatively unknown, like, to the masses, relatively unknown because he's European, unfortunately. That's just...
Okay.
It's just unfortunate the way that worked out. The fact that he's European, like...
Yeah, considering...
He's loved in the community, but his...
Considering that they worded it the Streamer Invitational, it's probably... Even if you're a COD pro, if you don't, if Activision doesn't see that you're bringing in viewers to Call of Duty on Twitch or bringing in viewers on YouTube or Twitter or anything like that, then they probably consider that a factor in inviting you. My
biggest surprise is the fact that Scump and Formal aren't playing. Those are my two biggest, like, what the fuck?
Right, but they could have been invited and just...
They never got invited.
No, really?
Formal tweeted up, so they didn't invite the T2P duo because they were scared that they would shit on everybody. That's a Formal tweeted, but obviously,
of course, yeah,
it might not be like that. But you know, Dashy's down there saying, "Where's my invite?" Tommy was saying, "Where's mine?" Octane was saying, "Where's his?" Dude, I haven't seen Octane clips ever. Homie just plays, and he's disgusting. But yeah, you just play, dude. Like the people that are out there fucking growing. Like Crim's stream's been on since the start of Modern Warfare.
Well, let's do a little fun exercise here. And let's try to be as descriptive as possible because we do have audio listeners. If we go to... We're just going to go to Twitch right now, look at Call of Duty. Who's streaming it? Based off this, let's see.
Scump and Formal.
Let's pick 20 people. So, Scump and Formal.
Hitch is already invited.
Because people recognize the names. Hitch isn't invited, so that's 3. I would invite... Personally, I'd invite Father Son Gaming because they've been... at it. They're probably the most like niche Call of Duty stream that everybody knows about.
I don't know if a lot of people know about them. They used to be big, but they took time off because they got like an exclusive streaming deal with like MLG or something, and it kind of fucked them a little bit.
Okay.
But not all the people are from COD. Like Vivid from like Liquid, the Fortnite guy.
Yeah.
I think is it Liquid? I don't remember what team Vivid played on, but he's invited.
Okay, then you know what?
It's not
probably,
just COD
it's probably gonna be the same. It's probably gonna be the same people that got invited to the gunfight tournament.
No, because Jack's not going. I don't think Doc's going. Like all those big names aren't going. Shroud's not going. Like it's not a huge. Like it's not a big name tournament where like the people you know are going.
Okay, then we'll have to see who gets a.
You can look.
Do we know the confirmed list of everybody?
Hitch's Twitter. He announced his team. Hitch a ride.
Hitch II?
No, Hitch a ride. It's right there.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit because he's streaming. So he tweeted out his things. There you go.
There you go. So huge news tomorrow. I'm teaming up with Admiral Barrow, a Seagull, Shivi FPS, and Space Boy in a Call of Duty streamer invitational. This is for $250,000. Starts at 4 p.m.
So that's his team.
This.
And then
that's just a link to the.
That's gonna open in Chrome. Gonna open twice actually. This is a link to. Oh, you got to go to the blog. Oh, right now, what is this?
No.
Even Crim put a link in his, but it's just a link to the COD website, so I have no fucking idea what it is. And then Vivid put out a tweet
So just VIVAE. That's right.
Yep. So it is
Tomorrow I'll be competing in Invitational with Vader RP, Hutch,
yeah. Ava
GG,
and
and Tyler TP. Okay.
And then Krim put out his. And that's 3 of the 4 teams. I don't know who the 4th team is, unless I'm just not following the person who's on it. But it's a little bit like, I understand.
So Krim is going to be competing with Aix, Clayster, Pamaj, Sadov or Sadoth.
Sadoth, yeah, probably.
Sadoth 2, and Fernando Alonso.
Isn't he a Formula 1 driver? Fernando Alonso?
He might be.
I think that's a Formula 1 driver. I don't know if he's actually playing.
Then the Call of Duty Streamer Invitational. This is for a $250,000. So okay, yeah, that's 3 out of the 5 teams, right?
There are 4. Only
4,
one team that I don't
20.
know. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, based on that, it looks like approximately 50% of them are pro players. Do you know if...
I don't think it's 50. I think it's less than that. You
got
3 pros right there.
Yeah, 3 pros right there.
Was there any other pros on the other teams? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Sorry, I was mixing up content creators.
Well, I mean, they're still good. So, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know I don't know the reasoning for the team selections.
I don't know the reasoning either. However, I do think they were trying to get just straight up streamers, content creators, to go in, and probably they needed to fill out spots and didn't know what to do.
Well, I know I see Pamaj on stream a few times.
He's a content creator for COD, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So Clayster, I've seen him a couple times. Aix, does he regularly stream as well?
I don't think Aix streams much, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure who. I'm assuming he's a content creator, Sadoth, because I just don't recognize the name.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but I assume he's from another game.
And is Fernando Alonso? Is this a joke or is it?
I think he's going to be the there. I don't think he's playing.
Okay. So yeah, I don't really understand the logic here. Vader, Twitch partner, video games, cat. So he's a content creator. Hutch used to.
Old Man of Optic.
Old Man of Optic. And then Ava is...
I think everybody knows Ava.
Yeah. And then Tyler, who's a coach turned content creator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then let me see here.
Hitch, obviously, content creator.
Content creator, Admiral, Bahro.
I think it's just Baru.
Admiral Baru. I think he's a streamer.
Well, they'd all be content creators. I don't know any of those names in the COD world.
A Seagull, Shivi FPS, and Space Boy. So yeah.
That's like 2 content creator teams, and then like a half pro team mixed with a content creator team.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so not really like the top 10 guys, really.
No, but we're also looking at just COD. Like, I think that one of the bigger things is that people are bitching about COD, but I think Activision's play is not to the same thing as the Invitational, like we were talking about before, from launch with 2v2. It wasn't designed to be a pro tournament. It was designed to bring in more eyeballs from outside our fan group already, because we always buy the games anyway. Then I saw somebody comment saying that, like, well, you need to take care of your own, but like, no, they don't, man. We buy their fucking games anyway.
They're a corporation. They owe nothing to. They honestly don't owe anything to the streamers or the viewer or the content creator.
At the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want.
They're gonna all they really care about is keeping the consumer who bought the game happy, so that they go and buy.
I think they're just trying to get more people to buy it. I don't even think they're trying to keep them people happy.
That's probably true. They're probably trying to do their best to get more people to buy it for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? Maybe the Code Red tournament, there was some criticism on there maybe about, you just invited the biggest streamers and not people smaller. So maybe
that's the purpose.
Yeah. So maybe this is supposed to be like going to the mid-tier streamers in other games and stuff, you kind of reach a bigger audience.
Maybe. I don't know. But I know fucking COD pros are bitching, dude.
Or
I'm sick of it.
Or it very well could be that they invited some people and just didn't hear back, so they were scrambling and picked a bunch of some other people.
That's kind of what I assume happened with that Crim and Clay roster. They're like, well, I mean, we'll fucking play if you want us to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're probably looking for people. But who knows?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, it's a very weird logic to me. Unless they're assuming, okay, this might make sense then. Why they didn't pick Scump or Formal is that they're gonna attract an audience that probably is already playing the game.
Mm-hmm. But so is Crim, so is Clay, so is Aches. Like if that's streamed, like, you know.
Yeah. So then maybe they went personality based.
Why wouldn't you have Scump why wouldn't you have Scump there?
He's a rowdy guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's entertaining in that regard for sure.
Mm-hmm. More entertaining than Aches.
Yeah.
Aches is very serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're going to win that.
Yeah.
Aches is not going to let those motherfuckers lose, dude. And plus you have Crim there. He's not losing.
Yeah, I mean,
Clay makes sense. He's a fucking hype man of
looking at 3 of those 4 teams, you essentially have a whole team that is pretty much a pro team.
Yeah, they're going to be able to tell exactly, like those 2 other people that are on the team, exactly what to do.
Yeah,
I don't know what game modes they're playing, but it doesn't matter.
So I don't know. Maybe someone up in corporate was like, okay, we're gonna invite these streamers from other games to get a bigger audience, but at the end of the day, our game streamers have to win. So we need to put up
doubt it. That pissed everybody
we have
off.
to build a pro team to smash all these fucking kids.
Yeah.
But we'll just take their audience and see if they'll buy our game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just sick of these pros bitching that fucking
I
unfair.
agree with you. If you're not making content, and this is a streamer invitational, which you could pretty much take out the word streamer and throw in content creator.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be creating content and bringing in more eyeballs to the game.
You can't just reap the rewards for playing the game, dude.
Because
you got to bring something back to the scene, which is what those people are.
Because I realize at the end of the day, it's probably very likely that a person watching the COD tournaments has already purchased the game and is a pretty avid fan of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
Because like even you and I watching these Halo tournaments, we're not playing the game, but we bought Halo 3 back then. Mm-hmm. We played it before, and that's why there's that familiarity with it, and so we'll watch those tournaments.
Yeah, I love Halo.
Yeah, if you were a person...
I don't fucking own... Well, I mean, I do own the new ones, but...
I'd imagine this generation who's been playing Fortnite since they were 1 year old isn't really watching Call of Duty tournaments.
No. They have... They're going to grow up under with the assumption that the PC Master Race is a thing.
Yeah, so...
They're told that from very early.
Of course, but back to my point about viewership. If people like Octane are complaining, but in the reality, the only time people ever see you is in COD tournaments where COD fans are already watching you, you're not bringing in eyeballs.
No.
Those eyeballs are already going to be there.
Yeah. You have the hardcores.
As messed up as it is to say, those eyeballs are already going to be there.
Yeah, the hardcores are never going anywhere.
You're not bringing in extra eyeballs.
No, of course not.
So you need to be creating content, possibly even in other games too. If you wanted to actually be a source of like bringing in new viewership to this game.
Well, but then playing other games, I don't think is going to do that. You have to have your following follows you,
right?
Like once you're big enough, they need to attract the people that don't play COD to come play COD.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be a COD pro and just go fuck around on another game, and then all of a sudden, all those fans from that game are going to follow you back when you go play COD.
Right.
They were just watching you because you're playing that particular game.
Okay. Do you think this invitational is going to be successful?
Define success.
If
we knew the objectives,
what do you think the objective of the developer is in hosting this tournament?
I think they're forking money out, trying to keep COD relevant. because COD's notorious for falling off after like the first 2 weeks of the release. Because the game's just the sustainability isn't there for like entertainment value. We know the maps, we understand the maps, but if you're not a fucking hardcore, you're not sticking around. You're like, okay, where's my new shit? There's no like weekly store items that you can go buy. There is no, and that's where this battle pass system that's getting implemented into every game under the sun, is a thing, because it keeps you coming back.
Yeah, it gives you a thing to do. It shows, it gives you long-term progress through the game
with short-term like rewards,
with short-term rewards.
Yeah.
But like, there's things that I've been noticing. When you sent me that link, I got very curious, and I found out that
that the actress that plays Mara is gorgeous.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But also, did you know that the fucking mobile game has a battle royale?
I did not. That's insane.
So why does the phone game have a Call of Duty Modern Warfare battle royale? It's not Call of Duty. I guess it's Call of Duty Mobile battle royale.
Yeah.
But like, come on, dude. That to me, it kind of just feels like a little kick in the face, because you cannot tell me that your mobile game has a bigger audience than your console-based game.
I doubt it, but I think they're investing heavily because they think mobile's the way of the future. So they're jumping in early, trying to make like stake the, they're trying to fucking be the first person to plant the flag down and bring like a huge AAA game to mobile. So because who doesn't have a fucking smartphone?
Yeah, but I know this. I don't play games on this anymore.
No, I've never played. I played one fucking phone game in my life.
Yeah.
And then it started making me like, if you want to speed up time, give us $2.99. I'm like,
yeah,
go fuck yourself, dude.
No, and like, I played Pokemon Go up until this past year, and like even then, that was like I played it maybe once a month, and then once summer ended, I didn't play it at all. Then I probably wouldn't ever play it again until maybe April or May. So like, I'd hardly call myself a mobile gamer.
No.
So I would definitely consider myself to be a console player, and like game modes like this, maybe 20 years from now, mobile will be powerful enough to host complicated games like this. But I mean, obviously it works. I don't know, man. I think most people are playing battle royales on console or PC. They're not playing it on their phone.
No, I would assume PC is probably the number one for BRs.
Yeah, so it just frustrates me because Blackout was so much fun last year, and they could have totally put Blackout. They could have put Blackout or some sort of battle royale in this game, and maybe they plan on doing it. But it kind of annoys me that the mobile game got it first.
That's fair. I'm sure a lot of people are annoyed.
So
I completely disregard the mobile thing as even a fucking Call of Duty product. I don't even fucking look at it. I don't care.
When it came, honestly, when I saw it on Twitter of it being announced, I laughed. I thought it was a joke.
Oh, when it first, like, Call of Duty Mobile is now a thing.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, are these people fucking around?
I thought this was a joke. And then when I saw a screenshot of what the menu screen looks like on your phone, and it's like you have to look through the screen that you're touching, that's ridiculous.
I agree.
Like, especially for someone who's played Call of Duty before, where you can look at the screen and not have to look at your buttons, to then go into a game where you have to look at the buttons while you have your big old banana fingers over your screen trying to like zoom in and shoot. I don't know.
No, I don't think shooters have a place on fucking phones at all. Doesn't make any sense to me.
If people got so hardcore that they bought those like Razer adapters that you can get on your phone, where it plugs into the bottom of your phone and it's essentially turns your phone into a screen and it has a controller underneath.
That's the way of the future.
Yeah, sure. But then at the same time, like, I think as of this generation, I don't know too many people who are at home playing mobile games. It'd
be easily accessible in the future, though.
Sure, it'll be easily accessible, and maybe it'll be like the Nintendo Switch where you just plug in your phone to your TV and then keep playing from there.
Yeah.
But like right now, if when I played games on my phone, it was like at the airport or on the bus going to school.
Yep.
And then if I was playing any app-based game, I either would go to a tablet and play it on there, or I would just play console, because right now console is still going to do more than what the phone does.
100%. I was scared to play games on the go just because I wasn't sure how much data it was going to use.
Yeah.
And if I went over, my mom would have beat my ass, dude.
I know, eh? That's always a scary thought.
Mom, I'm sorry. I'm playing Call of Duty.
So, yeah, let's move on here. We got...
But yeah, COD Pros, quit fucking bitching, dude. Your job's already dope.
Actually, good segue. Maybe COD Pros should take some advice from our good old friend Sensor, because you know he's not a complainy McComplainer since.
Not anymore, dude.
Not anymore, dude. Don't make excuses. Find solutions. Sensor on December 6th. Now, isn't that funny?
That motherfucker is...
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, I like that guy, but he's on a different fucking planet of... needs to figure out what the fuck's going on in his brain. Yeah. Dude, homie needs a therapist. That's what that homie needs.
Yeah. So anybody who hasn't listened to our previous episodes, we definitely had an episode highlighting Sensor's constant complaining. I think I counted about 7 tweets of him just complaining about the game and essentially trying to like make excuses and not finding solutions. Yeah. So I think it's very hilarious how a week later Sensor, almost like in a bipolar fashion, makes this bro motivational tweet, and you get like, you know, you get the popular pro players and content creators going 100% good for you, but then when you scroll to the bottom and you get to the real meat and cheese of the burger, you just get all these people going like, you are a hypocrite, what are you talking about?
The internet is not the place to make mistakes, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary, and if you can't deal with it, you in trouble.
Yeah. Because buddy wouldn't ever drop the whole no red dot on the map.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make... Yeah. I don't understand it. Your solution, use your ears. The footsteps are loud as fuck. You'll figure it out, dude.
And I'm sure...
Especially in pubs, dude. People aren't smart with their dead silence. Like,
let me ask you this, because you've played some GBs. Would you not get familiar enough with the map that, like, you just are going to go to certain sections to look for someone? Because you know that if hardpoint is here, people are going to funnel from 3 different directions. So there's no need to like try to find a red dot. Just go to one lane, find the pinch point there, see if anybody's there. If not, rotate back to the next.
As a professional player, he should know exactly where to be at all times.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be hard for him now. At this point in the game, should not be hard.
Yeah.
On every fucking map.
And for myself, like, I found myself at first nervous about the red dot being gone, because I realized I did use it.
Everybody's going to use it.
But then I appreciated the fact that then people stopped essentially red dot hunting and just chasing the red dot like 5-year-olds chasing a soccer ball. So I liked that. And then it did kind of like educate me on map control. And like, if we're playing a certain game mode and we want to hold a certain side of the map based on what map you're on, you know that you want to go all the way up to this building or this half wall and then watch the people pushing from this lane, because you know they're going to come this way. So you learn map control. So I'd imagine a pro player like Sensor,
he's been doing map control since
fucking
day one.
Since day one.
Since he's been in the competitive scene, those rotations and everything should be melted into his brain.
Yeah, my point is, I'd be shocked to hear if any other pro player legitimately depended on the red dot to get their kills, and less on map control. It'd be completely the opposite. I think you would rely on knowing how to control a map, and then just look, and then just make sure to keep an eye on the red dot if anybody tries to flank you somehow.
You just, when you get the call out that a guy is somewhere and you see the red dot on, like, you get close, you're ready for a trade or whatever, and then you like see the shooting, you know exactly where he is in that building. You can fly around the corner and do some fucking crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
You can do that with just callouts in your ears.
Yeah.
Like if your teammate says, yeah, he's one shot fucking bottom red or some shit, you should know based on what you use as a team to signal where they are on the map, where this guy is, and you have to trust your teammate that he's weak.
Yeah.
And if he was bitching in pubs, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
How are you bitching about pubs, dude? Go stomp. Go load into any map. If you're not frying, you shouldn't be a pro. It's not hard to load into a pub and shit on people, man. Especially when all you do all day is play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like, your fingers should be like... Your fingers are better than everybody else's. Because they're not playing as much as you.
Yeah, even if you don't react as fast as you used to, if you're playing the same game for so long...
That knowledge is there. It's
the
never
knowledge,
gonna go away.
The knowledge is there.
Mm-hmm.
You learn maps faster than other people, and you know what to push and what not to push. And then just based on your reactivity, you probably don't go to certain pinch points. Like if you're going to contest bomb, if you're a slow reactor, then maybe you sit at a building a little bit back from bomb and wait for someone to come around the corner and then shoot them with your AR. Versus a kid who can snap fast enough, he'll probably push bomb with his sub and try to meet his opponent at the corner and just beat him there, you know?
Not even. Like, if you're a slow reactor, just position yourself differently.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you don't even need to be sitting back or anything. You can be you can have slow reaction with a sub. If you play certain spots, it doesn't matter. It's like you can fix it with adjusting how you think you should fix that problem.
Right. And
if you think your problem is I can't fucking snap as fast as that kid, I'm done. Then be fucking done, dude. Get out the fucking way. Let somebody else go in.
Yeah.
Because there's murderers waiting, dude. Murderers waiting.
I'm looking forward to seeing his performance.
If you even see him play. He's a sub.
Yeah.
He's a $50,000 a year bench warmer.
Yeah. Unless they have him for certain game modes. Like, was he known for a certain kind of game mode? Like, he wasn't like an avid hardpoint player versus an avid search and destroy player.
No. I love Sensor, dude. Sensor was average. The thing censored...
Average for pro players.
He was just average, yeah. Like, his KD when he played would be in between 0.9 and 1. That is Sensor. Because Sensor does one thing that a lot of people don't particularly like to do, and that's the dirty shit. Sensor goes into the fucking trenches, and he'll sit in hill for 45 fucking years and get no kills. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's the guy that, like, you know, he's not going to go on streaks. He's not going to fucking go off. He's not going to be your main guy holding spots.
He's your OBJ player.
He's going to be the guy getting shit done.
Yeah, he's your objective-based player.
So, like, he's like a team captain kind of guy.
Okay.
Like, if a rotation needs to be done and nobody's fucking hitting it, Sensor's hitting it. If nobody's getting in hill, Sensor's getting in fucking hill.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's a place for that, but, like, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Teams need that. You cannot have a team of egos. Sensor does not play with a fucking ego at all, which I appreciate, dude. Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, the stats don't look kindly in Sensor's favor because of that certain playstyle.
But I guess in summary, I cannot wait to see this kid play or see this guy play, if he does, because I really would be curious to see what he looks like at the professional level.
Yeah,
because he hasn't played in pro level events in a while, right?
I think World War II. I don't think he was on a pro team last year. I think he was on a.
No, he was a. Wasn't he a?
I think that's.
Wasn't he a broadcaster for all of Black Ops 4?
No, he was trying to play, but there wasn't a spot for him on FaZe.
Right, that was his whole video on.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a part of FaZe, but FaZe wanted to put him on a team. They just let him keep doing content creation for them.
Yeah, and I think, then FaZe brought on like that youth roster. I don't think Sensor was playing. I do not think Sensor was on that team.
I think in his video, he either said he wasn't playing since World War II.
He definitely played in World War II.
He hasn't played since.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. Is he hasn't been on a pro team since because of complications.
Yeah, because he didn't want to drop phase.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be really interested to see him even in a GBs maybe. I don't know if they. I think it'd be more likely to see him rotate in a GB to just warm up.
No, he plays tournaments for sure.
Yeah, so I'd be curious to see.
I don't think they play game battles. That's beneath them.
And then Activision, the day before they announced the tournament, was talking about how they are trying to fix their game. So they sent out these surveys asking people who play the game to comment on how they can essentially bring them back to Modern Warfare. So
it's kind of sad.
Like you said before, I guess it's typical for Call of Duty to drop in player base after the first 2 weeks because they don't really add anything new after that.
No, people get bored of it quick.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Call of Duty's been for a number of years now, unfortunately.
But what I find hilarious about this survey is like a lot of this stuff, I feel like we're just straight up people complaining about this stuff on Twitter. So it kind of looks like Activision took all the complaints from Twitter, put them in an Excel sheet, created a list, and then are making the players decide the hierarchy on what they're going to fix.
Yeah.
Because just quickly going through these items that they say, what, if any, would convince you to start playing Call of Duty again? It's like new in-game events, new multiplayer modes, new multiplayer maps, if there was difficulty settings in Spec Ops, if spawn logic was fixed, if platform balancing was fixed, if weapon balancing was fixed, if match balance issues were resolved, if multiplayer allowed me to vote on maps. So it looks like people's very common issues with this version of Call of Duty put in a check sheet, and they're putting the onus on the players to decide the hierarchy of what they fix.
Yeah, it's just a priority list of what. If there's one that is like standing out where people are like, this is bullshit, this is bullshit, this is bullshit, then that's probably going to be one of the first things they address. Or
yeah, so if you were to pick 5 of this, just
it looks like the list was cut off though.
Yeah, it looks like the list keeps going.
So 5 is literally almost half of them.
Yeah, because I think the ones I care about the most will probably be spawn logic.
100%.
I was gonna say weapon balancing, but then you brought up a good point before. How to balance weapons, use the OP weapons. Therefore, everybody's on the same playing field.
The harder they try to balance weapons, the fucking more unbalanced it's gonna get.
Yeah. So then, by that logic, I'd probably say, I hardly see the platform balancing issues. We encountered a guy this weekend who was probably the only PC player ever in our couple weeks of playing the game that legitimately pub stomped us.
Yeah, it's never happened where I ran into a PC player and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, except for this weekend.
Except for my boy Maximus.
Our boy Maximus fucking owned us with the P9 this weekend.
Yeah, that guy was fucking frying.
Yeah. But yeah, for me it'd be just based on what we have here on this website. I don't see what the rest of the survey was, but I would just say spawn logic and being able to vote on maps.
I'd probably hit map voting, spawn logic, and more maps. Because, I mean, they've added more maps. Still have yet to play Vacant.
Yeah, well, I think I can... let me find the website here. Because there was a... might be better just to go to Activision. I just want to quickly summarize Season 1 because there's all these maps that are supposed to be in the game and we just haven't seen them.
Well, 3 of them are gunfight maps.
So Port, so it's Operator, 2 new gunfight maps, HM and Cargo, and an all-new gun war experience known as Port.
Ground War.
What did I say?
Gun War?
Gun War?
I don't know what you're saying, bro.
I'm a little bit nasally, sorry. Ground War experience known as Port. So yeah, Port We don't play Ground War too much.
No.
Atrium and then Cargo. And then Crash obviously returned. And
So will Vacant and Shipment.
And you played longer than I did this weekend. And the game launched season 1 last Tuesday, correct?
Yep.
So in your case, you were saying that from Tuesday up until now, you still haven't played the other 2 new maps.
Never played Vacant once, and I think Shipment probably isn't in the normal rotation of maps because it's so small. So that one I don't really care about, and it's a pretty shitty map. But yeah, Vacant I never played. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
There you go. There's your answer. They put it in Gunfight.
Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. It's so small.
Yeah,
it is. It's smaller than most Gunfight maps.
Wait, that's that box map with just a bunch of crates in the middle that people essentially just nade the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's totally a Gunfight map.
Yeah, they brought it back like 7 times for COD now. It's fucking crazy. If you enjoy the fucking crazy shit, you're good.
All right.
On-site procurement is what OSP means.
Dude, this is the version of Gunfight that you and I played this weekend.
Did you get to pick?
No, it just said Gunfight.
Oh, yeah, dude. Gunfight OSP fucking sucks.
I didn't like it.
That's fucking ass, dude.
So people who are listening, Gunfight OSP, Gunfight usually it was each team started with a random set of guns, but everybody had the same guns. Now in OSP, you begin the match with no weapons, and then much like, zombies style, you have to pick up a gun from the wall,
yep,
and then use that to fight the enemy team with.
Yep.
But I think what weapons spawn are identical on both sides of the map.
I would assume so, and the distance away from the spawn usually determines how powerful the weapon is.
Yeah.
So like right at the start of the spawn, there's 2 pistols.
Yeah, right in the front of the spawn was 2 pistols.
And then a little bit farther away, there'd be like an AR or some shit or a sniper.
Yeah,
and
I
then
imagine
I think up top, we played on docks. I think up top on the bridge, there's only 1 weapon up there, and I think it's fucking good.
Yeah, it's probably like a sniper or an LMG or something.
Yeah, something that does a shitload of damage.
Yeah.
Or a shotgun or something.
You and I played, and we ended up winning our match, but it threw me off, and I think it kind of threw you off too, because we were expecting...
I don't think it's as fun. It adds like that looting stuff from Blackout that like it's entertaining to loot when you have time.
Yeah.
But like those maps are so fucking small, like you can shoot people right off the spawn.
For me, it added an unnecessary element of getting killed because it didn't pick up a weapon in time.
Did that ever happen though? I don't think that ever happened.
Didn't happen, but it does add that element.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't grab the pistol, you're a fucking idiot. If you're not grabbing that starting pistol at all, you're crazy.
Yeah. I didn't.
Really?
No, I just ran to the AR because I usually end up getting the kill from the other guy first. Because he would pick up his pistol and then pick up his AR.
Challenge, yeah.
I just ran straight to the AR and then challenged him for the AR and won 2 out of 3 of those fights. So
a little bit strange. I don't know, like I didn't know if people were bitching about the loadouts. I know there's certain loadouts that you're not good with, but that's of course something that's going to be in it.
Yeah, but I liked the hilarity of the first version of Gunfight, because then one round would be...
I don't think it's gone. I don't think they overlap or overwritten the old Gunfight. I think there's just another setup.
Well, I'm telling you this. The option was just Gunfight. It didn't tell me Gunfight OSP.
Yeah.
So now there's probably just Gunfight and Gunfight OSP in that rotation.
That's what I would assume.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either. I did not enjoy, even though we won handedly.
Yeah, we won 6-0.
We won 6-0.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sucks. Even though we won 6-0. Did not have fun.
No, and like I like the hilarity of the old Gunfight, because one round, my favorite is when they gave you a shotgun with a sniper scope. Like, it was just hilarious.
Yeah. And they have the same shit.
And they have the same shit, yeah.
There's something fun knowing that, like,
whereas
if you want to have a good time, like, the loadout is designed to be like a joke loadout, and like the other players know that everybody's using, like, it'd be like going back in the day where you would want to be in like a sniper lobby, because sniping was like the fucking rage in MW2.
Yeah.
And then you have that one dude who's using the fucking M16, just shitting on everybody. You're like, dude, we're all fucking sniping.
Yeah.
Pull out a sniper, you bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it opened that up in gunfight. Is it you got the shotgun with a fucking sniper scope. You're like, okay, well, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
But then you don't get that mad because you know the other guys have the shotgun with the fucking sniper scope on it, so they're in the same boat as you. And then you just work with it.
Yeah.
Most people pull out their pistols, try to shoot people across map and shit. Then you get my dumb ass that sprints at you with a fucking shotgun with a sniper scope on.
Yeah, no, and it was funny, and I definitely enjoyed that game mode.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess, and then for OSP, there were scenarios that because it's not the same weapons spawning on the same half side of the map. So like, if you and I are on one side of the map and we take our side of the map and split it down the middle, on my side I see a hand cannon, or sorry, a handgun, a grenade, and an AR. On your side, at least from what I saw, there was the same handgun,
Like
a different kind of grenade, a different kind of lethal, and a sub.
Yeah, or something else. Yeah.
So that's what I didn't like. That's why I liked gunfight, because everybody had the same gun. In OSP, now you're having subs go against AR people and vice versa. And I don't want that. I want everyone to have the same gun, so it was strictly a talent-based competition.
I got a scenario for you. Trent's gonna play developer. You play gunfight, but you spawn in, and you have an option at the beginning of the round, and there's 3 loadouts. And you have to use one loadout each round. So like if you use a loadout one round, it's gone, and then you have to pick from 2 the next round. And then once you finish all 3, then it recycles another 3 random ones. But your teammate has the exact same options as you, but you can not pick the same one. So one might be like, MP5 with a pistol. And the one under it might be sniper with a shotgun. And then the one under it might be LMG with a knife. Mm-hmm. And you have, like, we both have the same options, but we can choose to use the same thing, or like, you're like, yo, I'm going to use the MP5, I'm going to get aggressive, you should snipe, stay in the back. So then I stay in the back with the sniper, you run up with the sub. But the other team has the exact same 3 options, but they can choose kind of how they want to strategize and approach it from a 2v2 thing.
Yeah, I mean,
would that interest you? Or is that something that you're like, nah, fuck that?
Yes, but not for this game.
What do you mean?
I'd want to put that in Destiny.
Well, I'm talking about Call of Duty gunfight, Matt. I'm talking about Destiny, bro.
I want gunfight to be, we all have the same guns, and it's the best man wins.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's gonna... They don't want to just leave it because they're afraid it's gonna dry up like most Call of Duty action does.
Okay, then give me the option still. I don't like that I have to go into gunfight and play all those modes, especially when in the same menu I could go to my quick start options and get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
I want that same option then.
Put a filter on the
gunfight. If you're gonna keep adding new game modes to the same gunfight, I want options to not play them.
Yeah, adding filter to gunfight makes sense to me. 100%. I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
I do like to see new modes within the things.
No, I appreciate it too. It definitely keeps things fresh, but like, I still want control over what I'm playing. And if you're gonna make me play game modes that I don't enjoy simply because you're too lazy to put in a filter,
yeah,
I don't like that.
That's fair. Because that would be my fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Is if we could pick between 3, 6, or whatever, but like they're limited, so you can't just be like, well, I'm just gonna snipe the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And like for me, obviously using a sub, that's gonna be guaranteed round win if I'm using a sub. So I'm gonna save that for when we fucking need it, and save like the tryhard weapon. Maybe get like the shitty one out of the way first, just in case we don't do well. I have my good guns to fall back on and fucking shit on people.
So this weekend you were trying to essentially finalize your your custom loadouts. You kind of talked about it a little bit, how you wanted 2 or 3 custom loadouts based on whether you're playing pubs or GBs.
They're separate.
They're separate.
When you go in custom games, all your loadouts are different.
Okay. So I mean, am I wrong here? You were trying to, because you were trying to find a new AR because you didn't want to keep using the same one.
I was trying to find a new AR because I have gold for the M4.
Yeah.
So there's the only advantage for me using the M4 is that it's the best one.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if I'm just gonna play, I might as well go for something too. So I might as well try to get another gold AR or some shit. But every fucking AR I tried to use, man, I was like, running into an M4, get beamed. I'm like, okay, well, if I play somebody good who's using an M4, I need to use the M4.
Mm-hmm.
Or I use a sub.
Was there any of the ARs that you think may be able to contest with the M4? Like, you tried the Ram 7 a bit.
I think the Ram 7 is gonna be fucking disgusting.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's gonna be really good. I don't think it's not gonna have a place in competitive or anything like that, but for pubs, yeah, it's fucking fun to use.
Okay, because yeah, I've definitely noticed that some of the streamers and content creators are still using it now.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna stop.
So
I'm gonna get gold for that bitch.
Yeah, so I think maybe and then if that's the case, then yeah, it'll be nice to see a new mix in the pub matches. Because yeah, definitely you see a lot of, if you got killed by an AR, it was like a 99% chance you got killed by an M4.
Yeah, and I think there's room for other ARs. Like, I think there's room to have success with other ARs, but not for me, because I like to move. So like those heavy damage ones, like the Scar, the AK, by the time you get attachments on them that like help you fucking aim them because they're so insane, your movement and your ADS are so slow. It's like, dude, holy shit.
Yeah, I even noticed that in the beta, because with the beta I maxed out the M4, and much like yourself, I was like, okay, I'm kind of bored. I want to find something else, because I was like, there's got to be. I essentially wanted to find the Rampart of this game.
Yeah,
where everybody was using ICR or Maddox, but then Dashy comes in out of the blue, pulls out a fucking Rampart, and everybody's like, "What the hell's going on?"
I think it was Classic that did it first.
Was it Classic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic did it in a tournament first.
Oh, okay.
And that's the reason LG won that tournament. Classic one fucking,
yeah, because I mean,
he was getting a lot of flack for sucking.
In the case with the Rampart, if you learned how to control it, it had a higher damage output than the other ARs.
It wasn't even that. He would just put on double fucking FMJ and shoot through every wall that you could see in the game. So like, like the showers on Gridlock.
Yeah,
he would just shoot through both of them. He would stand behind his and just fucking shoot through both. I was like, that is fucking crazy.
Nuts, right? Yeah. So essentially, I was like, okay, well, I want to find that version of that gun in this game. And like, a part of me thought, well, I think when you go through the options, the AK had the highest damage. Yeah. So okay, well, let's try to use the AK. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Until you get to like level 25 on that gun, it's very shaky.
Oh yeah, and you if you get frustrated easily, which if you play COD, we've been over this. We all get fucking mad. Yeah, you almost had, I think for myself, I almost had to use it like a sub, in that you were only going to close range encounters with it. If it's on a head glitch,
if I tried to shoot someone on a head glitch or someone mounting, it just, the spray was too spread apart that I couldn't actually get it. I actually couldn't land a hit. Like, they nerfed the M4's damage, but the problem with the M4 is that, well, there's two things that are wrong. The M4 is, with the right attachments, is very accurate. And so the attachments you put on help the damage because it's so accurate. So it makes it like slightly less accurate, but the damage is there. Yeah. It comes back. And the other problem is that the game has some weird boner for wanting to have headshot damage be OP. So a little bit of recoil on your M4, even though it's very slight, and then one bullet finds the guy's head, he's fucked. Yeah. And by the time you shoot your AK, you're shooting fucking up there. Bring it down, dude. You're shot in the face. That is still a problem where 1 to 2 bullets are killing you in the head, but like 7+ bullets are required to hit your torso. Yeah. The ratio is a little extreme. Yeah.
So I think if that gets adjusted, you know, if you left the M4 as what it is, nerf the headshot damage a little bit, just in general.
I mean, if it was more of like a 3 and 5 ratio, and then from the waist down was like 7, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, like if you're shooting like fucking hips.
Yeah.
But I think like stomach and up kind of thing, like, sure, stomach and chest can differ by like 1.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if you go...
I'd almost say 5 bullets to the stomach would be an elim.
It depends on the gun.
Yeah.
But like, if you're talking M4...
M4, yeah.
Yeah, because 5 or 6.
Because it's usually...
Like
yeah, because with the M4, you're shooting 5 bullets relatively fast still. Like, it's like, engage, he's dead.
Hmm?
Right now...
it has a fast fire rate.
Yeah, but right now, definitely... As long as the guy is still within your window of the M4, you will get him. If he happens to be sliding, I have seen sometimes people don't get the finish because they didn't go for his head. Like
I find when I elevation change like that, usually it fucks me more than it helps me.
Yeah.
Like you try drop shotting somebody, dude, and if they're ready for it, all the bullets hit your head, so you get fucking melted.
Yeah, I'm a very weird guy, dude. I'm not comfortable with the lack of mobility on the M4. Because for me,
you need attachments that do it.
Because for me, it translates. For me, the gun is very accurate. But what ends up happening for me is when I try to chase a shot, my reticle is just behind the guy too much. I just keep missing.
Well, that's a sensitivity thing. That's not the gun.
Okay, maybe
you need extra sensitivity.
Yeah, because I definitely.
The most common thing for that is readjusting with your L2. Like that's why you see like the slight scope out and then scope back in.
Yeah.
It's just like a slight readjustment because you know you can go a little faster if you start going back to hip fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what's referred to as like the snap. When you're like pre-aim and that's like unscope pre-aim over there. We're doing that because if you just slide over,
it's gonna take way too long.
It's too slow.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. And yeah, so maybe a part of it is me not doing the snap technique, and maybe it is sensitivity too. I'll try it and see how I feel this weekend. But I'm definitely very comfortable with the MP5 and even the MP7 right now.
Yeah, the MP5 is the best sub in the game.
And I was telling you this weekend, and you thought it was so weird. I essentially created 2 custom loadouts this weekend. I have a attack loadout, an attack sub loadout, and a defense sub loadout. And I told you that I use the MP5 for defense and the MP7 for offense, and you're like, Matt, that doesn't make any sense.
I find that weird. Normally, like, you would just prefer a sub.
Yeah.
And you would make, like, a defensive MP5. Like, if you want to use stun or something, like, I don't know what the fuck you would change, really. I use the same class always.
I don't know. I feel like I'm faster with the MP7.
That could be an attachment thing, though. You just have to look at your mobility bar.
Yeah, I'd have to compare the mobility bars.
Yeah.
But definitely the way my MP7 is loaded out right now compared to my MP5. My MP7 feels faster.
It could be because the MP7's slightly more accurate, so you need less supporting stuff to be able to go faster.
Yeah.
But if you can get to a point of comfortability with the MP5 that has a very close mobility similar to your MP7 class, the MP5 is just straight up better. It just does more damage. I think there's room for the MP7 in certain scenarios in game, but more often than not, the MP5.
Like I especially noticed it when I was playing Crash, where if we were on D, actually no, even I say Crash. Okay, Crash was a little bit unique of a scenario. Basically, it was like, if I knew I was going to be in extreme close quarters, like fighting within a building, like, you know, you doing Crash on A-Bomb, me pulling out the MP7 was better for me.
Which is strange, because the MP5, I think, up close kills faster.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's what's so weird to me. I'm like, if it was like, because where I say it has scenarios, the MP7's recoil control is very easy.
Yeah.
So, like, long ranging with an MP7 is easy. Like, way easier than the MP5. The MP5's recoil pattern's a little bit like weird, but close range, the MP5, dude, you hit shots to the chest, it fucking melts.
Yeah.
And then like one bullet hits a head, dude, he's fucking screwed. Activision might need a nerf, dude. Just
yeah,
a little,
I don't understand the logic myself. Maybe it's just based on the attachments that I have right now. Because I mean, neither of those weapons are maxed out by any means.
Both of mine are maxed out.
Yeah, so maybe once I max out the MP7, I think my 5 is close. But like once I max out MP7, then maybe after I adjust that, then I might notice more of a difference.
We can talk about it.
But definitely this weekend it was hilarious when I brought that up. You're like, Matt, that doesn't make any sense. Just pick a sub.
Yeah. Most people have, like, when we play competitive, the last time I was playing, the MP5 is king, so I still have 2 MP5 classes made. One for respawn, one for S&D.
Yeah.
And then I just alternate the tactical grenade if we need to. Because you can edit mid-game, which is the most... Thank you, Activision. Or Infinity Ward. Thank you. Nothing's more frustrating than like, man, I should have put on fucking smoke grenade. So you have to make like a loadout with the exact same gun, exact same perks, and change one thing, and that takes up 2 loadouts. You're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Whereas like in between rounds, yeah, just quickly smoke grenade.
Do you agree with the notion of not being able to change your loadout in between rounds?
No, I think they fucked that up. Where when you hit pause in between like the loading screen rounds in S&D, like it has lock symbols on certain shit. Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. I'm wondering if they were having problems with that, like ruining the performance of the game. So they like lock people out for a certain period of time.
Yeah, maybe let the game load.
Yeah,
like,
something like that.
If too many people changed their stuff while that was loading, maybe it corrupted the game.
Maybe, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because I can't imagine people were complaining that, oh, he changed his loadout because I was owning him with a riot shield. It's like, yeah, well, expect that now.
Yeah.
Because so many times now in pubs, and that's what I like about it the most, is like if you encounter a pub who's trolling, especially with a riot shield, as soon as I see that guy with the riot shield and he knifes me, I'm like, okay, Molly.
Yeah, I use Semtex, and when he's like doing his stupid shit, and he's like teabagging in front of me, I'm like, here, hold this.
Yeah.
Stick it on his face.
Actually, I've been getting them by throwing frags behind them.
Yeah. It's just harder to control where the frag goes. Whereas the Semtex, dude, that fucking shield is huge, man. They're holding it like this and shit. You just walk up and you...
I don't know. This version of COD, I've been liking the frag a lot more than the Semtex.
I think frags are
just because I'm just understanding how to use it better, and like holding it, knowing how long I have to hold it before I can throw it, and I've been getting better at like as soon as it's by him, it blows up. Instead of like holding it for not long enough, and then he runs away and then it blows up.
The problem with frags is, especially when you're using them in close range scenarios like that, if they're on the other side of a wall by like a fucking inch, the explosion doesn't go around the corner. So with the Semtex, it's way easier to deal with somebody doing some fucking annoying shit like that.
But I will admit,
because you attach it to him.
But I will say, at least with a frag, you can do some fucking LeBron James shit.
Oh,
man, where you just like bing, and he just goes bing, pong, boom, boom. You know,
we call them Kobe's, dude.
Yeah, Kobe's.
Fucking throw them over buildings and shit.
Yeah,
like you can literally nade the spawn on Gunrunner defense from the trains.
With a grenade launcher or with a grenade?
With a grenade, with a frag grenade. If you run in between the trains on defense of Gunrunner and throw it over bathroom buildings, you can land it on the other side of half wall where the guys would be running to be.
Oh.
How do I know that? Happened in GBs.
Well, someone did it too in GBs.
Yep, sure did. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I watched the frag toss. I'm like,
yeah,
maybe we need to relax on the Tom Brady arms. Because Jesus, man, you could throw grenades so fucking far.
You could just hear the music, right? As soon as she throws it, bum ba-dum ba-dum, bum ba-dum ba-dum, you know,
and it just comes over the fucking building. You're like, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah,
and then fucking spawn killing people with grenades.
Yeah, definitely in pubs, you gotta watch out for the grenade launchers in Piccadilly.
Yeah.
But that's just
Piccadilly slipping on the list, dude.
But that's just, well, for me, depending on where you spawn, you can't run to arcade right away, or you can't run to books right away. You have to like almost always rotate right, because that's where
everybody runs right.
Yeah, everybody pulls a Tim and just goes wait.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, that map is slipping on my list of quality maps because people kept saying it was one of the worst ones, which I didn't agree with. I was like, you're on fucking drugs.
I still find the fight in between the buses to be a little uncomfortable. Like I don't know the definitive pinch points that can actually defend against people going through that mid.
You know what's the funniest part? I feel the most comfortable in between the buses.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only place I feel safe on that fucking map.
Yeah, well, I understand that logic because you're completely surrounded by buses and people can only come from certain lanes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you're on the outside trying to defend bomb site by a Nike store, unless you're up on top, I can't really find another spot in that area
To watch bomb?
that lets me watch the mid push from buses.
You sit in the crack.
You sit in the crack between bomb and tent.
No, you sit in the crack of the buses and shoot in between the bus. That sliver. You can't actually walk through it.
Yes, there is that. But I'm like, you have such a small window that I don't have the confidence of eliminating a person within that window that you actually see them in that crack.
You just let them have it. On defense, just let them have mid-bus.
And just call out when you see people in mid-bus.
Well, what are they going to do?
They could push up so you can't get them, and then you have to rely on somebody.
Yeah, but push up where so I can't get them? And just in buses?
Well, that gap is so small. If Buddy is at the front of the mid-map entrance, like essentially if he's...
Like on the defensive spawn?
If the buses are like this and he's standing right in front of it, you can't see him in the gap, but if somebody was by fountains, they'd be able to get him. But then the problem is fountains is too open that you're exposed to the people on the scaffold, and you're exposed to people in arcade sometimes.
One guy sits top Nike. All those plays become irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's how I'd set it up.
Yeah, it's just for me. So then I guess that the play there then would be to have one guy top Nike and then another guy watching crack in mid buses.
You just keep a guy that's on the, like, you don't expose to the back of the, like, the crack of the bus because everybody knows it's a thing. But you keep a guy in that corner, like, pushed up a little bit so you can't see him, like, just right behind the bus. And he watches the cross to B because he can see them run across the arches.
Yeah.
One guy sits top Nike. He watches the A bomb and he can watch that mid bus push. And if he calls out a guy mid bus, you just look through the crack and you shoot him.
Okay.
Your boy can stop everything, dude.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. It's just like, for me, it's like I wanted to be somewhere close to bomb that isn't just two people stacking top Nike store.
No, you can't stack two on Nike.
No.
That's fucking insane. The easiest thing, buses, if you don't sit crack, is to push up the left side and stand in that the mid entryway from B.
Yeah.
And just don't expose. Just stand behind the bus and just wait. I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've tried it a couple times and I just take too long to do it. So by that time people already are in the store by arches. Then that's where I get pinned when I'm trying to push from mid buses to, like, say, front library.
I don't do that.
No, you don't do that, play?
You just sit in the fucking buses the whole time.
So then when you're saying that you push up, you just hug mid bus until you reach
You run
stores?
past the Jeep, you run past the crack corner, you just hug the bus, and then you stand in that one. Stand in the first entry on the left side. Or the only entry on the left side. You stand behind the yellow bus.
Oh,
and
okay.
you just fucking stand there. The whole round.
Yeah.
And then when the attackers decide, hey, now's the time, we're pushing A or B, you have a lane to both. Your guy top Nike goes, holy fuck, they're coming to A, dude. You can either push through buses their side, run through the buses middle, out to your side, or go all the way back around. Reinforce A. Makes it easy.
Alright.
Makes it real easy.
Alright, man. We're just a little bit over the hour mark here, so I just wanted to ask you one final question. Something a little bit silly for us to talk about. I'm kind of curious to see if we can do a little funny content video this weekend, and I was curious what kind of game mode or custom restrictions would you want to put on ourselves this weekend? Because I was thinking something along the lines of either like pistols only, search and destroy,
that's fun,
or like knives only, but I'm not too familiar with what perks we would have to use.
It's not hard to figure out. There's only like fucking 3. Wouldn't change anything. There's no fucking good perks.
What kind of little funny game mode would you be interested in trying?
Depends on how many people there are. Like, if we have a lot, we could do some shit.
Like, what are some of your thoughts?
Well, I mean, if you have like a team of fucking 6, dude, we take like 5 riot shields and we keep one guy like in the middle of the, like we circle around him with riot shields, and we just keep one guy in the middle that uses like a fucking normal gun, and we just walk him around the map and see how many people he can fucking kill. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
I think playing like rounds of S&D where we try not to move, or crawling only. Or like the ninja defuse guys, we just like lay in corners beside bomb, and try to win rounds with like without killing anybody. See how long we can do that. Throwing knives only.
Okay.
There's tons of options, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's way too many to even fucking list.
Because I'll be honest, this weekend when you and I played that one silly round of S&D, I had so much fun playing that, and I
shot an RPG up a guy's butt.
Yeah. We were playing Crash, and you broke into blue building. And Buddy was trying to run away, and
he's running up the stairs, dude, and then just went,
yeah,
like
just
right up
shot
his
the
ass.
wall in front of him. That was hilarious. And then, yeah, I definitely want to try like the classic like knives only, and like try to get throwing knife kills and stuff. I think that'd be fun to try, because a part of me wants to add a little bit more hilarity to our play sessions, because we will sometimes get too serious, and I think. Some people go home frustrated or sign off too early.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
So I want to throw in something a little bit more lighthearted, so that at least the people playing with us know that, like, hey, you guys, don't take this too seriously. We're goofing off, so there's no need to rage quit or sign off at the end of the day upset. You know,
fucking janitor's quitting all the time, dude. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to call him out, but like. Brandon, he doesn't even say a word. He just signs off.
Yep.
Like,
nothing. Get nothing out of that guy.
Unbelievable.
It's fucking brutal.
Honestly, I don't know why you play with him.
I don't know either. This is it, dude. Hey, I'm breaking up with you, dude.
You're breaking up?
It's fucking over.
We are seeing other new people.
Okay, Matt broke out in the song.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, let's definitely try this weekend and see how it goes.
Okay. You know, we should never try again.
What's that?
Not recording podcasts, man.
Oh yeah. So okay. I'll admit it. This is being recorded on Monday. We recorded on Sunday, and my file got corrupted.
That's the story we're going with.
I mean, I have the first 3 minutes of our podcast. I don't know what happened to the other 57 of it, but
you hit stop. I don't know what happened.
I have no idea, but regardless, this version should work. If not, you're gonna hear from it again.
No, dude, this is it. I signed the contract. This is the last one.
If this doesn't work, we're stopping Random Nades.
Yep.
So I hope to God you guys are listening to this, because otherwise this will be the end of Random Nades.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, if you want to tune into our demise, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Random Nades Pod, where we will be available for comments and suggestions. And if you guys have any topics you want us to talk about, feel free. We don't just talk about Call of Duty here, even though we are avid fans of the game. We will talk about silly internet stories. Actually, I just wanted to add one note about that rapper who passed away. I just wanted to...
Oh, yeah, dude. Rest in peace to my homie Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD, yeah.
21 young.
20 years old, died of a seizure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Thoughts and prayers, bro.
Thoughts and prayers to his family, and he influenced a lot of young people, so he'll be missed.
Fucking crazy.
It's nuts, man.
This world's a fucked up place, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta live your life, man, because you never know when it's gonna be taken away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill Matt after this podcast.
If this doesn't record, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Random Nades Pod. Throw that nade.
Yeah.
Fuck Apple.
Jesus Christ. Dude. So
you said it yesterday.
Yeah. So
fuck Apple.
Wow, dude. Fuck oranges.